There are many equipment cart options out there and many different configurations for carts. We chose the Krane cart. Coming up, the pros and cons of this system and a few modifications that make it a very good video production cart. Hi, I'm Dave Stanton of Encore Multimedia. I'm the cinematographer here. We are a full-service marketing agency, and as part of our services, we have a video production unit. We are well equipped. By that I mean we have all the cameras, gimbals, jib arms, dollies, sliders, lights, and more that we need to do just about anything in video production. And to move all that equipment around, we use this, the Krane AMG 750 cart. We started with just a cart, then we added this shelf kit, a few other accessories, and a little customization. So let's talk about the customization part first. We added drum parts to hold C-stands. We added these eye hooks to hold stingers, and we added a cheese plate attachment. Okay, so let's talk about the things that we like about this cart first, the pros, if you will. It's very easy to fold and unfold this cart, and it's a small package when folded. Plus, the shelf unit folds up, so it all easily fits in our production van. The top shelf is high enough up from the bottom shelf that I can stack some equipment, one on top of the other, on the lower shelf. The top shelf is a good working height, so you can set up your camera or any other equipment very easily, as you can see, and it's also very good for a DIT. That's why I put this cheese plate on here from Red Rock Micro, because I can attach virtually anything to this. You can see I got an Avenger arm on there right now. You could have a small monitor on here. You could have a larger monitor, your laptop, whatever you like if you're a DIT. I don't have the luxury of working with a DIT, so I haven't used this, but I liked it. I had the plate, so I thought I'd set it up just to show you what it could do. The handles are comfortable to hold and at a good height for moving the cart around. There are numerous unthreaded holes on both sides of the shelf. They are tight 12mm holes, so a 1/4-20 screw will fit through these nicely. Both shelves are carpeted, and the carpeting seems to be holding up very well so far. The cart rolls super easy and turns on a dime. The cart is long, so I get a lot of equipment on it. With the top shelf on, it's 63 inches long by 18 inches wide. With the hooks on each side, it's 24.5 inches wide. This cart is a little longer than a Magliner Senior that I used years ago, and it's a lot longer than an Innovative cart, but not as wide. The cart is narrow enough to get through any door, but not too narrow. It still holds all the equipment well. As I mentioned, it's 18 inches wide, 24.5 inches wide with the hooks on both sides. The wheels on each end of this cart lock tight, really tight, to the point where if you try to move the cart when there's a bunch of equipment on it and the wheels are locked, it will scrape a flat spot onto the rubber wheels. It's easy to place bungee cords around the cart to secure equipment. The hooks that we bought, which were a Krane accessory, fit in any of the holes, and they are really solid. They are unlikely to bend with normal daily use and can hold 2 C-stands on each side. You can see they have 2 small pieces on the top to keep them securely in place vertically. And the last thing that we really like about this cart, one of the pros, is the price, even with the top shelf and all the accessories. So let's talk about some of the cons, some of the things we don't like about the cart. The cart does feel solid, but not as solid as a Magliner, which I mentioned I've used before. I've never used an Innovative cart, so I can't really compare it to that, but the Innovative cart does look like it might be a little more heavy duty than this one. Now, because this cart is long but narrow, technically, if you had a bunch of weight up top, it probably could tip over. Now, if you had a bunch of equipment on the bottom and not too much on the top, I don't think that would happen because you'd be lowering your center of gravity, but it's something to think about. I don't particularly love the standard 750 wheels. If you're getting this cart today, you'd get the all-terrain version. That was not available when we got the cart, and I think those wheels are a little bit better. So the shelves feel solid enough. I put all sorts of equipment on here, as you've seen, but here's an oddity. There's no support underneath this other than the metal around the edge. I don't know why they didn't put a metal bar straight through the middle across from one side to the other. Just a bar, maybe, you know, an inch or 2 inches wide would be just enough extra support that I think you'd be okay. So let's talk about the cost of this cart. Today, if you bought it, you'd be buying the all-terrain cart, which would be $599. The full shelf kit would be $499. Handles, which is a set of 2, we bought 2 sets. That was $40. The hooks, which are 3-inch hooks, again, they come in sets of 2s. So we bought 2 sets, another $40. And the multi-angle clamp arms, which are those drum parts that I mentioned earlier, were $30 each. And we have 2, I want to buy 2 more, so that'll end up being a total of $120. So the total cost of this entire cart with all the extras is $1,298. That is pretty good for a 2-level cart that will hold an awful lot of equipment. So in conclusion, I just want to say that we really like this cart with all the bells and whistles that we've got with it, especially for what we do, video production, with very small crews. Is it the perfect cart? Well, there's no such thing as anything being perfect, right? I mean, I think the best cart made for video production out there is the Magliner Senior with all the bells and whistles you can get on that, but that gets to be very, very expensive. But it's a super solid cart that can do just about anything. They got a zillion attachments for it. But this is a really good cart, and it works great for the video production, as I mentioned. It could work for a DJ who had to bring all his equipment into a venue. It could work for a band hauling equipment around. It could work for a DIT, an audio professional. There's plenty of stuff that you could put on this cart for all sorts of different types of jobs. If you have a Krane cart and you found some interesting ways to customize it and put it to use, let us know in the comments. That's the Encore POV. So thank you for watching. Now get out there and make beautiful videos.